One day, a boy named Ravi went to a bookstore in his city. He liked books. He wanted to learn something new. He walked around the shop and looked at many books. Then he saw one book with a bright cover. The title of the book was Speak English in 30 Days. Ravi picked it up. He smiled. He said, "Yes, this is what I need. I want to speak English well." Ravi paid for the book and took it home. He started reading it that same day. He made a plan to finish the book in 30 days. He wanted to speak English fast. Every day, he read many pages. He learned new grammar rules. He memorized many English words. He wrote notes in his notebook. He repeated words again and again. He was very serious about learning English. After 1 week, he knew 100 grammar rules. After 2 weeks, he learned 200 new words. He felt happy. He thought, "I'm doing well." But then, one small thing changed everything. One day, Ravi was walking on the road. A tourist came to him and said, "Excuse me, can you help me find this place?" Ravi looked at the tourist. He wanted to help, but he could not say anything. He just smiled. He felt nervous. His mind went blank. He forgot all the English. He stayed quiet. The tourist walked away. That night, Ravi stood in front of the mirror. He looked at himself and said, "I know English. I study every day. I learned so many words. I read grammar rules, but I cannot speak. Why? What is wrong with me?" Ravi felt sad and confused. But this question was very important. And today, we will try to answer Ravi's question. Let's learn how to speak English naturally, not by using the same old tips, not by only reading or memorizing, but by using new ideas, simple ideas, powerful ideas, ideas that really work. Tip 1. Record yourself talking randomly. Let's go back to Ravi. After that embarrassing moment with the tourist, he felt broken. But he didn't give up. He stopped focusing only on grammar rules and vocabulary lists. He asked himself, what if I just try talking, like I do in my native language? So one night, Ravi picked up his phone. He opened the voice recorder, and he just talked. He wasn't reading anything. He wasn't repeating after a teacher. He was just saying whatever came into his mind. He said things like, "Today was strange. I woke up late. I had tea. Then I saw a crow staring at me. I thought it had a message. I don't know why I felt that." He spoke for 1 minute, then 2, then 5. At first, it was weird. He felt shy even though he was alone. But slowly, he started to enjoy it. And here's the magic. When Ravi played the recording later, he heard himself in a new way. He noticed how fast he was speaking, where he stopped, where he got stuck. He also noticed the small words he always forgot, like at, in, to. He began to understand something important. Fluency is not only about speaking, it's also about listening to yourself. By listening to his own voice, he became his own coach. Sometimes, what he said didn't even make sense, but that didn't matter. The goal was not perfection. The goal was flow. When you talk randomly, your brain starts to think in English. You stop translating from your native language. You stop planning every sentence. And that's when your English starts sounding natural. Think about it. How do babies learn to speak? They don't start with rules. They just talk, mumble, play with sounds. You can do the same. So here's your simple task for today. Take your phone, open the recorder, and talk about anything. Your day, your dog, your dinner, your dream. Don't worry if it's messy. Don't worry if it's boring. Just speak. Talking randomly has thinking freely. Speaking naturally. And the more you do it, the more confident you'll feel. You're not just practicing English. You're creating your own voice. Tip 2. Practice silent conversations. In public. Here's a powerful secret. You don't always have to speak out loud to practice speaking English. Sometimes your imagination is your best class. After Ravi started recording himself, he added a new habit to his day, one that changed everything. He called it silent conversations. Whenever he sat on a bus, walked through a market, or waited in line, He would look at someone nearby and ask himself, what if I had to speak to this person in English right now? Then, in his mind, he imagined the full conversation. He would think, hi, is this seat taken? No, go ahead. Thanks, I'm going to the city center. What about you? Oh, I work nearby. Cool, I'm learning English, just trying to practice more. That's great. These were not real conversations, but they felt real in his head. And that's the trick. His brain was getting ready every time he played this game. His thinking became faster. His mind learned how to build sentences quickly, and slowly, it became easier for his mouth to speak when the real moment came. Just like athletes imagine their performance before a big game, you can imagine your English conversations before they happen. On the train, in the park, at the cafe. No one will even know you're practicing, but your mind will. And when the time comes to speak out loud, your brain won't panic, because it's already done it, many times, silently. So remember, your mouth speaks only when your mind is ready. Train your mind every day with silent talks, and soon, speaking English will feel as natural as thinking it. Tip 3. Use response drills while watching anything. Next time you watch a YouTube video or a movie, pause after each sentence and respond to the actor. If the character says, I had a bad day today, you respond immediately with, oh really? What happened? This is not shadowing. This is interacting. You are pretending to join the conversation. Over time, your reactions will become faster, funnier, and more natural. This is real-world speaking. This is natural flow. Tip 4. Use music to train your intonation. Speaking naturally is not just words. It's rhythm, tone, and music. Ravi started doing something new. He chose English songs with slow, emotional lyrics. He listened to one line, paused, sang it back. Not because he wanted to sing, but because he wanted to feel the music of English. Try this. I'm only human after all. You. I'm only human after all. When you copy this music, your English starts to breathe. It becomes alive, natural, real. Tip 5. Create your own catchphrases. We all have favorite words or lines in our native language. Why not create your own in English? Ravi started using phrases like, let's roll. Sounds like a plan. You're not serious, are you? He used them every day. He owned them. They became his style. This made his English sound real and personal, not like a student, but like a human. Fluency is not just about speed, it's about identity. So build your own English personality. 1 year later, Ravi was sitting in a cafe. A tourist sat next to him and said, Hey, do you live around here? This time, Ravi smiled and said, Yeah, just 2 streets away. You visiting? They talked for 10 minutes. No books, no notes, no fear. Ravi had learned to speak English naturally, not by chasing perfection, not by memorizing more rules, but by living with the language. So stop being a student. Start being a speaker. Your English is not a subject. It's your new voice, and that voice deserves